Thank you. Let's get out of here. The big one. That originated 35 years ago in 1989 and was first reopened this spring with a complete Hollywood makeover. The attraction was originally inspired by the classic disaster movie Earthquake, which just celebrated its 50th anniversary, starring Charlton Heston, Ava Gardner, and Richard Roundtree. That movie filmed here in the studio. We are now approximately halfway through the tour. I just want to remind everybody to please remain seated at all times, keeping heads, arms, and legs inside the vehicle. If you have any emergencies or require assistance, pull on the red cord. I'll be back to assist you as soon as it is safe to do so. Now, we are driving through our western sets. The area on the left was actually one of the first streets built in the studio. Now, we don't really film there much anymore. That's become mainly parking for NBC News trucks, Telemundo News trucks. This is where we keep some of our satellite trucks, the ones that go out to cover live events for the news, sporting events, special events, etc. Now, we're going to take a small detour to a cool vacation beach town known as Amity Island. And well, you probably heard about a great white shark that was terrorizing this town. But as you can see on the right-hand side here, this shark's been captured, so you have nothing to fear.
Snake.
I think. Definitely another shark in the water. I think for safety, we're going to move forward just a little bit, and we're going to hide right here behind this beautiful abandoned dock full of danger signs and gasoline tanks. From the movie Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg, which premiered in 1975. Steven Spielberg himself named our mechanical shark here. His name is Bruce, and Bruce is the only shark in the world that can swim on top of the water in reverse, as you may catch him doing right now. This attraction opened in 1976, just 1 year after the movie premiered. But now we're going to take you to an attraction that's even older. To introduce the next one, here's the Today Show's co-host and weather anchor, Al Roker.
Time for my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly a special effect. In fact, to demonstrate how weather effects are created, we debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour way back in 1968.
This studio is located in Southern California. That means weather here is usually very sunny and dry. So when we need weather different from this one, we have to create it ourselves. This area is called Old Mexico, and with some thunder and lightning, we're going to show you how we make rain for film and TV. So take a look on the left. It's going to start raining in 3, 2, 1. Rain. The effect is created using highly complex technological systems called sprinklers. They're located on top of the trams and on top of the trees. They shoot water up. Gravity helps it fall down to the ground almost naturally. And that's exactly how we make rain for film and TV. Very simple. We can place the sprinklers strategically so that the camera, the crew, and the director stay dry while all the actors are getting soaked in the rain. And we can make this happen anywhere in the studio, even inside of the sound stages, wherever we need rain. But here in Old Mexico, it's been raining pretty non-stop since 1968. So this area is prone to giant flash floods like that one headed our way right now. Keep your cameras dry! That effect is created using thousands of gallons of recycled water. You can see it in the movie Big Fat Liar with Frankie Muniz, Amanda Bynes, and Paul Giamatti here on your screens. You can also see Old Mexico in movies like Nacho Libre with Jack Black, Three Amigos, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and Maxine with Mia Goth and produced by A24. Now we're going to be driving back through Amity Island. This time I leave you with director Steven Spielberg.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the traffic. And the most amazing thing about the Jaws ride is it is exactly as it was from the time it was first placed on the Universal lot. There have been tweaks, of course, over the years, but it is essentially what the designers and myself all envisioned and created.
Now, on the left-hand side, you're going to see the entrance to Colonial Street. Right now, they're getting it ready for Ted Season 2. Ted lives in one of the many houses on that street on our left. There's a bunch of different kinds of houses in that street. It's one of the busiest streets in the studio. But right now, we are on one of the longest uninterrupted roads in the studio, fittingly called Steven Spielberg Drive.
My entire career began with my relationship with Universal Studios just as a high school kid on a tour bus. Remember, in those days, there weren't trams, there were buses called the Gray Line Tour Bus. And I was so excited and thrilled to be on the lot. It was my first time ever on a movie studio lot. And during a bathroom break, I hid in the bathroom, and when everybody left to get back on the bus, I waited another 15 minutes until I'm sure the bus left, and then I had the entire lot to myself that day. And in those days, movie lots were so crowded because all movies were made on film lots. Today they're made all over the world, on locations, but most of it was focused in those days, in the 60s, on the film lots. So nobody noticed me when I was going around from soundstage to soundstage, and I really felt, in my own young way, I owned the lot and had the most amazing day of my life.
Here you can see a few of our picture cars. A picture car is what we call in a vehicle that appears in a movie or TV show. The first one on the left is one of our refurbished 1964 trams, but this area is filled with great cars. You can see Biff's car from Back to the Future, the Fry's Electronics van from Nope, the Smith Piano Service car from Oh Brother Where Art Thou, Ford Anglia from Harry Potter, Mr. Bean's Mini Cooper, the car from The Mummy. Also on the left, Dominic Toretto's Charger, Bumblebee and Barricade from Transformers, so a bunch of our most famous picture cars. This is also where we house some of our more iconic sets. Coming up on the right-hand side, you'll see the Bates Motel and the Psycho House from Alfred Hitchcock's masterpiece, Psycho, which filmed here in 1960. The Psycho House is technically a miniature. It's built at 7/8 of the scale of a real house. That way it looks a little further away from the motel than it actually is, through a technique known as forced perspective. On the left here, our scale replica of the Hollywood sign, made in conjunction with the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, because the real Hollywood sign is celebrating its 100th anniversary. Now we have to get really close to the Psycho House, and I don't want to scare anybody, But legend has it that Mother still watches over the motel from her bedroom window in the second story of the Norman Bates' home. This is not good for us. Please avoid any eye contact. Don't wave at him. Don't smile at him. And hopefully he'll just let us drive by, okay? Nope, doesn't seem like he's doing that. Okay, let's go! Oh, luckily the tram's a little faster than that psycho. So we're safe here in the airplane crash site set from the movie War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. This set features a real plane, that's a 747 jet, that was brought here and destroyed for just one scene in this movie. The scene when Tom Cruise and his family attempt to escape their house in the state of New Jersey right after the extraterrestrial invasion begins. Now we're leaving behind the set of a giant extraterrestrial invasion film directed by an Academy Award winner, and we're headed to the set of a giant extraterrestrial invasion film directed by an Academy Award winner. These next sets are from the movie Nope, written and directed by Jordan Peele, starring Daniel Kaluuya, Kiki Palmer, Brandon Perea, and Steven Yeun. Welcome to Jupiter's Claim.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Jr. Park. Over there, look into the winking lab. Have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Show. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Why? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. So live. And behind this hologram is the old Russian street lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the hot spot. Welcome to the world.
Yes, I'll be posting a new video tomorrow, and I'll catch you next time, everyone. There's always dummies everywhere, so don't worry about that. You're always gonna meet stupid people on the street and everywhere you go. Best thing is to ignore them. I'll catch you next time, everyone. Thank you for support, and I'm out.
I
Peace.
think we should try to get out of here before we're actually